Well, hello, my friend. I'm your host, Conny Graf. Thank you so much for joining me today and for letting me back into your ears. Today, I want to talk about wealth. And while I'm saying this, I still cringe a bit. So, on my last mastermind call, my coach challenged me and said she thinks I really should talk more about wealth. But I gave her a lot of pushback. Not because I don't like the topic, but because I don't see myself as someone who teaches wealth, in the traditional sense at least not. Right? Like, yes, I'm from finance, but you don't hear me talk about wealth. I don't own a mansion. I live in a 900 square foot house. I don't drive a fancy car either. My car is actually 20 years old this year, but it's in really good shape and I love driving it. And since I work from home, I really don't need it for commuting or anything. And for the few times I go out and about, this car suits me well, is safe and reliable. And also, I'm not someone who goes to elaborate fancy dinners at crazy expensive restaurants with high society people, right? So I don't think wealth is my topic. And still, I thought, well, I still want to give my perspective because I feel, even though I don't live in a mansion, I don't drive a fancy car, and I'm not someone who goes for fancy dinners, I live a very rich life. I am wealthy. Because to me, wealth means freedom. Wealth is being able to spend my time as much as possible the way I want to. Not by some employer rules or hours. Not by some crazy client demands. Not by me having to really work my ass off like crazy to cover the bills. Yes, I live my dream life. I live on acreage with horses and other animals. That's my wealth. Like today, it was a sunny and warm January day here in Vancouver, and I spent it outside with my horses and my dog instead of sitting in the office all day. This is wealth to me. Time is wealth to me. Freedom is wealth to me. Space to breathe is wealth to me. So if that's your kind of wealth too, then yes, you're in the right place. And I am qualified, so to speak, to talk about wealth. If you want to keep the money you have and make smart decisions with it, and still have also the energy to run your business and live your life in a way that feels aligned, yes, you are in the right place. If wealth for you is not just necessarily investing in stocks, it could be also like I'm not saving and investing. To me, it's just wealth doesn't just come from money. So if wealth for you is also not just necessarily investing and saving, but investing in you, investing in your skills, in your knowledge, in your self-care, investing in your business, and investing in the people and causes that you want to support, again, you're in the right place. Because the better you understand your finances, personal or business, the more you can build a rich and wealthy life on your terms. And I want to share a simple framework that helps make this tangible. It's how I see wealth. I think there are at least 3 types of wealth. At least those are my 3 definitions of wealth. Again, number 1, time wealth. So ask yourself, do you have the time to live your life? Do you have time to breathe? Do you have time to do the things that matter to you? Not someday, once you're retired. Who knows whether that day ever comes? Do you have time now to live your life? The second type of wealth to me is energy wealth. How much mental space do you have? How much stress are you carrying? How much chaos is draining you? Or asked a different way, how much energy do you have on a day-to-day basis? Do you have the energy to do the things that mean the world to you? Or are you spending all your energy on making enough money to fund and pay for the things that really don't mean that much to you? And then the third type of wealth to me is integrity wealth. Do your money choices match your values? Is your spending matching your values? Do you trust yourself to spend smart and with integrity? Do you feel good about how you earn, how you spend, and how you run your business? For me, that combination is real wealth. It's not flashy, but it's deeply rich. And here's a quick mini prompt or reflection question for you right now. If you're driving, just think for the answer. But if you're somewhere that you can write something down, maybe you want to jot a few thoughts down. So the question is, which type of wealth do you want more in 2026? Time wealth, energy wealth, or integrity wealth? And what is one small change you could make this month, still in January, to support that goal of having either more time wealth, more energy wealth, or more integrity wealth? Just one small step, not 10. It's like a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away. Just one step towards more of your kind of wealth. And then also, knowing your numbers helps you protect all three types of wealth: your time, your energy, and your integrity. So let me give you a very real example. At the end of every year, I do something I've done for years. I go through my finances with a very fine tooth comb and I look for money leaks. Where did I spend money that didn't actually serve me? Where did I sway away from my values? Or where did I hastily maybe say yes to something that then later didn't really bring the return on investment that I was hoping for? So this year, in my 2025 review, I found over $5,000 of spending that I'm not continuing in 2026. It may not sound a lot, 5,000 to you. It depends where you're coming from. But to me, this $5,000 is still substantial. It's not just something that I can think, oh, well, who cares, right? And those $5,000 were mostly subscriptions, things I thought I needed. But it turned out I either didn't have the time to implement what I was paying for, or it simply didn't bring the ROI, the return on investment, that I had hoped for or that was promised. And I also canceled my accounting software and I moved to a different company. Why? It was a big move. It was very time consuming. I was loyal with them for 13 years. But over the last few years, they raised their prices again and again without delivering a better product or delivering more value. And then they announced that for 2026, they're going to raise the prices again, this time 55% more than the year before. And that was it for me. No more. It started with them. I started with them back in 2013. And now in 2026, I would have had to pay 4 times more, basically for the same product, than back in 2013. No, thank you. Now, yes, the cost of switching is really high. Switching takes time and energy. But it helps to do it at the beginning of the year, of course. And honestly, I just can't support a company who penalizes loyal customers like that. And this is where it gets deeper for me, because this is not only a money decision, it's a value decision. I have my values, and I don't agree with practices that feel unfair or unethical to me. So I decided to spend my money elsewhere. And also, this is important to me too. My values go both ways. My core belief is I won't do to my clients what I wouldn't want done to me. On the other way around, I wouldn't want done to me what I won't ever do to my clients, right? So just raising the prices just because for the same outcome, for the same product, it's just not working for me. This is not the kind of company I want to do business with. So I'm not just a value-based customer, I'm also running a value-based business. And I see so many people compromise one side or the other just for the money. But I want to walk my talk in both directions. And here's the beautiful thing. The people I attract and the clients I love working with, they are often just like me. They value transparency, fairness, and being treated with respect. So when they see me stand my ground on stuff like this, or they hear the fact that I have clients for over 20 years that are working with me, they actually feel safer working with me because they know they will never be taken advantage of. Because my compass is set for integrity. I am not interested in building some scalable funnel at all costs, for sure not. I want to build mutual trust, community, and a real change and transformation for you. And yes, ROI matters. Of course it does. We can measure revenue. We can calculate profit. We should really keep an eye on those numbers, not only those two, but on our business numbers. But the most valuable return from our business investments isn't always on a spreadsheet. We can't really put a price tag on who we become as a business owner and the value we operate from, right? There is no price tag on that. And yet, I want to be able to sleep at night. And this is where I want to close the loop back to wealth, because that's how we started today, right? When I say I live a rich life, a wealthy life, I don't mean luxury. I mean freedom and sleeping at night and peace of mind. And the truth is, these small decisions, the canceling of subscriptions or switching software, are exactly how wealth gets built in real life, one small step at a time. Not because it makes you look successful, but because it gives you something way more valuable. It gives you more time, more peace, and more choice. That $5,000 I'm not spending in 2026, that's not just money saved. That's options. That's breathing room. That's less pressure. That's a few more sunny afternoons outside instead of grinding at my desk, feeling maybe resentful because outside it's sunny and I'm sitting inside. And the values part matters too, because integrity is a form of wealth, at least in my books. When our money choices match our values, we sleep better. We trust ourselves more. And we build a business that feels good to run. So if you ever felt weird about the word wealth, just like I did, maybe this is your permission to redefine it too. Wealth can be a calm nervous system. Wealth can be time with your animals or your children. Wealth can be clean, elegant finances and fewer money leaks. Wealth can be knowing and understanding your numbers so you can choose what to say yes to and what you want to say no to. That's the kind of wealth I care about. And that's what we're building here at From Chaos to Peace. So if that sounds like your kind of wealth too, reach out and book a 30-minute Bring Your Chaos to Me call. Together we'll identify one clear doable action step to move you from chaos to a bit more peace, to more wealth, starting right now. And we'll also see whether working together feels like a good fit. There is no pressure, just a genuine conversation to see if our values align and whether I can help you build more time, more energy wealth, and more integrity wealth in your business. And listen, as always, I never tell you what to do, how to think, or anything like that. What I want you to see and what I want to help you to do is the effects financial chaos and other chaos have on you and your business and your life, and how to move from this chaos to more peace, and in this case, to more wealth, to more time wealth, to more energy wealth, to more integrity wealth. Okay, my friend, that's it for this week. Thank you for listening all the way to the end, and also for being a supporter of the podcast. This was episode 301. And if you liked this episode, please share it with your business bestie, because sharing is caring. Have a beautiful and amazing week. Talk to you next time. Take good care and be safe. Bye for now.